future generations
Stop with my dreams! My childhood!
now.
Nothing in the universe repeats.
Not by accident, it's a design tech.
But this peace reached everywhere. And they were all peaceful until along came.
I started from an ember. I remember the feeling and the glow on the sea.
4,
Control of another
3,
with the rolling of
Part
thunder.
2,
It was
Episode
hypnotizing
1.
now. I'm falling to the side of your eye.
let's start the show.
To mine was burning up.
Seeds. Alright. Seeds. So I've gone and got all of these different seeds from the supermarket, and I basically just wanted to make a point that you can sow a seed, and as long as it has the right conditions, or even not even optimum conditions, just decent conditions, and you look after them, you can basically sow anything and it will turn into a seedling. And is yours still recording? Oh mate. So yeah, I just wanted to make the point that you could kind of get anything and you could sow it. But I've got a bunch of different things here, and I know all you different gardeners out there are probably telling me, but you know, you can't grow rocket, or you can't grow sweet corn year round. But I just want to make a point of what I want to make. Hey? Yeah, I know we're going on to the last point. We're going to take a break. I just want to show how easy it is. Nah, the cameras are sweet. I just want to show how easy it is to actually sow a seed and get into turning into a seedling ready for transplant. Let's take a look.
Falling to the side. I was hypnotized with your eye. Calling.
Seeds! Here we go. Here we go, we've got everything that we need today to plant the seeds. I'm going to actually show you, do a mixture of things. A little experiment here, we're going to test a few different things. I've got some actual organic seed raising mix here, as you can see. But I've also got heaps of pots and stuff, and little pots, different sizes, that we're going to sow into and hopefully germinate. The word that I was missing earlier is germinate. So we're going to germinate a few seeds in different setups, but I'll show you as we go. So we're going to start with the hardest stuff, what I thought was the hardest stuff. The radishes. The radishes. There. So with those, I know that you kind of have to sow them into where they're going to live and grow, because their roots turn into what you're going to eat, kind of, right? I need a vegetable. I'm not a vegetable expert, so someone needs to clear that up for me. Definitely more of a flower person, but the more I learn about gardening, the more it's about balance and kind of having a little bit of everything in your garden. So I'm going to try a few more vegetables this season. My camera just turned off. Always step in the back of the circle. Those are the rules from when I used to do athletics.
What?
From when you do discus and shot put and shit.
Yeah.
You have to always step in the back where you get the stock fired. Serena Williams, hey, that's me.
You look great out there. How'd you feel?
I felt... You know, I wanted this since I was a child.
No way. How old are you?
Yeah, I didn't.
Unreal. Did you have a spin going on and stuff?
Yeah, but I had the whole...
Hey!
Yeah. Technique.
That's nice. Did you go to Colgate or anything? So we're gonna start with the hardest stuff first, the stuff that you have to kind of sow where it's gonna grow. So we're gonna do the radishes, the beetroots, all in these kind of containers here. Beans you can transplant. Beans you can transplant, but they kind of don't really like, this says sow direct where to grow. So we're going to sow those directly too. I've definitely transplanted sweet corn before, so we're going to sow those into something smaller but as you know, it isn't really spring yet. It's early spring, kind of not quite getting into spring yet, but as you can see, it's getting a little bit warmer, so we're a bit early with the sweet corn, but that's all good. We'll give those a go. Again, I'm trying to show it's easy to say stuff will just kind of grow and germinate if you look after it. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the kind of what you need to look, where you need to look after it. It's all about kind of moisture more so. You can't really overwater it if it's got a good way to drain the water to drain, and it's not going to sit in water. But you definitely don't want to let it get dry when you're germinating. All right, so I'll show you that in a second. We'll be returning to the sprinkle some water. To get your sprinkly, and you're just gonna sprinkly water them to the sprinkly, and time to plant. That's it. All right, let's give it a go. Do you reckon you could check that camera?
Yeah.
Just because I'm probably gonna move. I'm gonna be like more around here. All right, let's get into it. So we're starting with the stuff that you gotta plant, sow where it's gonna grow. I'm gonna put my gardening gloves on. And yeah, let's just get into it. So we're gonna take all this dead stuff out, as I always say, you know, some gardening stuff up. All gardening stuff up. So I've peeled a few things here. I've left these. Winter wasn't too kind to me, so I let a few things go, and I got a few weeds in here. But weeds is a good sign. Shows that the soil is still healthy as a horse. The soil. As always, give the soil a quick turnover. Oh, forgot one thing. Oh, that's right. I was gonna get some, see, I'm in the habit of when I turn over the soil, I reapply my blood and bone. Ding, this stuff. But yeah, as I've said before, you never apply fertilizer to the bubbers. Never to the bubbers. Never ever.
Deny. No.
Pooch, fresh mate. I'm so excited. Storm spirit, who's that handsome devil? I only want blue tangos in my dressing room.
I might put the little daughter for the okay. Yeah, don't fertilize the bubbers. So we're gonna sow seeds in here and hopefully germinate some crazy stuff. Let's just turn it over real quick. So it doesn't actually say on here, it says the sow depth, but it doesn't really give me a kind of maximum depth as to how deep the roots are gonna kind of go as they grow. I think I saw somewhere about 30 centimeters. So I'm actually gonna experiment here and give these ones about 50 centimeters, maybe even more. There's quite a lot of dirt in this pot. And then I'm gonna do one with probably under 30 centimeters, give it a little bit less. Sometimes, weirdly, I find plants, and you'll see this a lot in indoor plants, is I'm on today.
You are.
I'm just like spitting it out, eh?
You actually are.
M&M. Bars on bars. Man. So yeah, I'm gonna do two different experiments. One at less than around about 25, so lesser than the kind of recommended area to leave for your roots. But you'll find this in indoor planting a lot, but for some weird reason, sometimes plants and their root structures like to be kind of claustrophobic and compacted. So we'll give that a go with the vegetables. Who knows? Some vegetable growers out there are probably screaming their heads off, but we'll see how we go. I like to kind of try things, you know. Alright, so I like to have some water while I'm gardening because it always reminds me how much plants need water and how much I like water. So it's a great reminder to water your plants and look after your plants by watching how much they water them. By watching how much they need water. You know what I mean. You like water, they like water, so see how much water, learn how much water they like. So I really like beetroot, so we're gonna start with the beetroot. Always read the backs of these, see what they say. So they say well-drainable site in full sun, so we'll make sure this pot goes as sunny as I can in this backyard. As you see, you know, I don't have the greenhouse landlords, we won't get into it, but I will get these, make sure that everything kind of sees them as most sun as possible, to best kind of increase their chances for germination, because you really do need that full sun. So it says on here, sow direct where to grow, so that's what we're doing, sow where to grow, and sow seeds 2 centimeters apart in rows, and sow the rows 45 centimeters apart, and sow the seeds to a depth of 2 centimeters. What the hell is that? So we're gonna go. The seeds can be around about 2 centimeters apart, that's about 1 inch I've done there, and then there can be 45 centimeters apart, so that's probably a little bit less than 30, but we'll just give it a go. We'll see how it goes in this. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to go 2 centimeters deep. I'm just going to, can you just get a closer to that one? I'm going to just use my finger here to get about 2 centimeters deep. It's not 100% accurate, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's around about 2 centimeters. So we're going to open these up, check what the seeds are like. Ooh, crazy. Alright, so I'm not sure how many to put in here. It doesn't really say. We've got a bunch of seeds in here, if you can see. Let me just put them in my hand so you can see them. So there's the singular seed, one, ono, tahi, and yeah, so I'm gonna chuck a couple in each one, and we'll see how we go. Maybe I'll take out any that are weak and dying, but we'll see as we go, as they germinate. I'll kind of, as I've said, this is kind of my first time with a lot of these vegetables, so we'll see how we go with it, and we'll really do our best to give them the best chance for survival. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's give it a go. So that's about 2 centimeters deep. I'm gonna leave the holes open for now, so that it reminds me that I haven't watered them yet, because you gotta get the sprinkly, and you really, I'm gonna put just one in some of the holes, as I'm not 100% sure how many is supposed to go in each hole. Let's see how many I got left here. So I've got quite a few left, so we'll see how we go with this container just being all beetroot, and then on the next one we might mix it up a bit. So that's the beauty of buying seeds. You really kind of get too many. I'm not going to plant all of these, but I really love beetroot, so I'm going to plant a bunch in here. Alright, so I've got my kind of crappy, my not so good sprinkly here. It's not as good as season 1, but oh Jesus Louise, oh no, fully broke. Alright, so we've got the sprinkly going now, and the reason why I reckon it's best to kind of use a sprinkly is because it really shows you how much you're watering it, and you can really take it easy on making sure that it just gets moist. So you want to just make it moist, and the seeds will germinate. Since I've created holes in here, I can tip a little bit in, kind of speed the process up. The seed won't move too much for that first stage, and then when I come back I'll be checking them twice a day with the sprinkler and just coming in here and just spraying them, making sure that they stay moist. See, I'm watering them quite a bit, but I know that this soil is very easily drainable and water will be able to escape. Woo! Alright, perfect. That's done. The beetroot done. We might sow some more beetroot in a second. We'll see how we go. How's my YouTube voice at? I kind of put on the voice. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll put these out into the some sunlight now, and then we'll carry on. Were you recording that? Oh, you're the man! Alright, as you can imagine.
Inside of my intentions is burning deep inside. We're calling